unfortunately, Texas does take the loss here. The final score, if you guys didn't get to watch it, is 27-20 Washington. A lot of the same stories, guys, if you're a Texas fan or if not, if you've been following the Texas program at least. Texas has struggled mightily catching the ball, and we saw it again this in this game. I mean, Xavier Worthy drops a touchdown for sure, right down the seam, cover two. Not a good play by him. Obviously, he's dropped many balls this season, the last 2 seasons. That's his biggest issue, I would say. And overall, this team's biggest issue. This team's biggest issue is tracking the football and then catching it. And we've struggled with that for a little bit here. We've struggled with that on both sides of the ball, the defensive and offensive side. And this time it was the offensive side. Defense, we actually had an interception in this game. Terrence Brooks actually dropped another one later in this game. But overall, just kind of a lackadaisical effort in the first half, played better in the second half. Washington controlled this game, though. They were able to hold on to the ball, keep the ball, and sustain drives and score enough points to win the game. And it was good games plan by that coaching staff over there. And obviously, Michael Penix played a pretty good game as well. Quinn Ewers was pretty good in this game, guys. He was 31 of 47. That's a lot of attempts, to be honest with you. Probably too many to win a football game for 369 yards. That's very impressive. But guys, we struggled. Jonathan Brooks, someone especially by me has been touted by me to be the next guy up, the guy that I think is going to put up better stats than Bijan Robinson. I've said that. I'm definitely looking crazy after this game, but I still think there's a chance there. He's very explosive when he gets the ball in his hands, as we saw on that catch. But overall, just not a super impressive game for him. Only 6 carries for 18 yards. This Texas team as a whole wasn't super impressive on offense. Like I said, Quinn Ewers was pretty good, 31 of 47 for 369, but that's not good enough, guys. Well, that's good enough by him, but it's not good enough around, and it's not good enough play calling because the thing is, when he has to throw 47 times in a game, you're not going to win many of those games. He'll put up yards because he's a pretty good quarterback, and I think he has a chance to be very good, but he's not going to be able to carry this team, and we're not going to be well balanced enough if that's the case. We just don't have the talent at wide receiver. We've seen that, guys. Xavier Worthy's a good player, but he's not great because he can't catch the ball. Jordan Whittington's a good player, but he's not great because, honestly, he doesn't create enough separation. He's very important on third downs, and that's about it. Jatavian Sanders might be our best pass catcher and all-around best pass, our playmaker on offense when Bijan Robinson's out, and he even struggled tonight. He dropped the ball as well. So overall, it's not a bad season for Texas, but it's not a great season. We're 8-5. We wanted to be 8-4, and then hopefully get the bowl win, get to 9 wins. Steve Sarkisian is yet to reach 9 wins in his coaching career, so that's really sad. But we're hoping he can get there at some point. I'll take some of your guys' comments. Manny C, congrats to the Pac-12 on another big bowl win. Yeah, they played well this bowl season. Obviously, we'll see how USC does versus Tulane. That'll be a very good bowl game, the Cotton Bowl overall. We'll see how they do. But the Pac-12 is having a good bowl season. And going into the bowl season, I had the Big 12 ranked as the third best conference. I thought the Pac-12 was the second, and they kind of showed in this game. Washington is a little bit higher of an upper echelon team than Texas is in the Big 12, but not much. They're pretty comparable. And you saw Texas or Washington take care of business. They're up by 17 points at one point in this game. It was kind of a blowout. And so congrats to them. They had a good season, winning 11 games. That's probably their last 10 plus win season since they made the playoff, guys, with Browning at quarterback, Jake Browning. But overall, good season for Washington. A little bit of a disappointing for us Texas fans because, again, going into the season, I think most of us would have taken 8-4, and 8-5 in general. But then watching the season unfold, I think we should have won this Washington game personally. If we come out and attack in the first half like we did in the second half, we played much better in the second half offensively. And we should have beat Texas Tech and possibly Alabama if Quinn Ewers stays healthy, or even if Hudson Card just stays healthy. That's the thing, too. People don't realize Quinn Ewers got hurt in that game, but so did Hudson Card. Hudson Card was playing on one leg in that game. BP Go Football Funk, Texas QB might be overrated. Honestly, I thought he played decent enough in this game to win. I mean, guys, there was multiple drops. We're talking probably 450 yards receiving for passing for Quinn Ewers. So that would have been very impressive if he was able to do that. Obviously, that didn't happen because of the drops. But I don't put this game on him, guys. I think he was good enough to win this game. I put this game on the play calling. I put this game on the lackadaisical effort in the first half, especially on the offensive side. I thought the defense played consistent throughout the night. I don't think they were great. I don't think they were their best they have been all season, but they weren't bad. They were good enough to win this football game. That's for damn sure. The offense was not. The offense did not come out to play in the first half. They played better in the second half, but still not good enough. This team has consistently shown that they're able to put up one half of football most of the time. And usually it's the first half, I will say that. So that was good that we saw it in the second half. But for the most part, it's just a half. They've yet, other than the Oklahoma game, guys, and maybe there might be a game or two last year, but this team is a one half football team. And that's been the issue under Steve Sarkisian. If they were able to put two halves of good, solid football together, this is the type of team to where sky's the limit. They could be a top 5 to 8 team in this country, in my opinion. I don't know if they're good playoff good, even if they played their full game, but they're definitely a top 5 to 8 type team. But they just don't do that. They refuse to do that. I don't know why. I don't know what the reason is. And there's really no excuse in this game, guys. You had 6 weeks to prepare for a team that you should have been excited playing against because they're a good opponent in a pretty good bowl game. So I don't understand. Overall, it was an okay bowl game. I don't think it was great by any means, but it wasn't terrible. So overall, this Texas team has a lot to look forward to going into next year, obviously with this great recruiting class and everything. And you also have not just the recruiting class this year, but last year. The offensive line was fantastic recruited last year. So I think there's a lot of meat on this bone, and I think there's only room for improvement here. I really believe that. I think this, again, I've talked about this on this channel, on the Young Guns channel. You guys should go check them out. It's a new YouTube channel with a couple listeners here on MarkRogersTV that they created. And basically, I think Texas left too much meat on the bone this season, and they can't do that next season. They have to go to the Big 12 championship game next year. They have to. They have to do that. If they don't do that, they've underachieved, because I think the Big 12 is just going to be basically the same, maybe even a little bit worse. And I think this Texas team has to be better. This team has to be developed more. They've been developed. This has definitely been the best job by a coaching staff in quite a while at Texas, is developing players. And that's easy to tell just straight off the bat, but there's still more room there to grow. And I'm hoping that happens, because this team has a lot of potential, guys. They really do. But potential is just one of those things where sometimes it happens and sometimes it doesn't. And for us Texas fans, I think we know next year whether it happened or not.